Hi, this video is part 2 in my project to create a digital inventory of my Magic the Gathering card collection. Today, I'm going to walk through a quick overview of the process of recognizing and extracting the card images from a webcam feed. After the images are recorded, I can later apply image recognition to label them and track the inventory. Let's begin. First, in the lower right corner, you see the raw feed straight from the webcam. In the upper right corner, we take that feed and convert it to grayscale. That way, we have a nice single-channel image to work with. Now, the program keeps track of what the baseline image is, and when we put a card down, it locks that in. That way, we can take the difference from the baseline to the new image and get an idea of what's changed. This is literally just subtracting the grayscale values per pixel and taking the absolute value. So, at the dark borders, where there's quite a difference from the baseline image, it's a high value in the difference image. In the matte, which hasn't changed at all, has a low value in the difference image. With this difference, we can run the canny edge detection algorithm. This just operates over pixels in groups, and when there's a sharp contrast, marks there being an edge. So right now, the edges are just individual pixels, and occasionally some noise pops up. The next step is to run this edge image through a contour finding algorithm. This groups the edge pixels into longer lines. We throw out the short lines that are caused by speckles and noise, and this gives us a really good approximation of the sharp lines that define this image. Next, we transform these contours back into their constituent points and wrap a convex hole around them. As you can see, with all the previous processing, this hole matches the outside of the card pretty closely. To make sure we actually have a card in our image and not some other object, like my hand, we take the longest 4 lines in the hole and make sure that they're a rectangle, more or less. The corners of the card are actually beveled, so there's not a clear corner. What we do is we take these lines and extrapolate them out to actually get corners, and then we use these corners to define an affine transform, which will warp, rotate, and crop the grayscale image to produce the actual card. At a high level, the camera will watch for movement, and when the image is stable, it will run through all these steps in order automatically. The scans get stored in a database to be automatically recognized later. On my next video, I'll dive into how the images are recognized and labeled. The code for this demonstration is freely available on my GitHub repository, linked in the description below.